It's kind of hard with the holidays. I know I've been slacking with lives and I got to make up for it. But, it's the holidays and, the kids, we're going to take them to the rides. We got a lot of stuff to do, and the whole weekend. Have a lot of fun, eat a lot of good food, all in honor of the brave men and women, God bless them all, who made the ultimate sacrifice so we could all enjoy the freedom that we enjoy today, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. God bless them all. God bless them. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It's really not a happy Memorial Day. It's sad if you think of all the brave men and women who lost their lives. God bless them. God bless them for defending their country and just giving us this wonderful life that we have in the best country in the world. Um, with that said, I've been reading some comments, like Antonio Miranda. Once again, they're talking about certain stocks going down. Uh, Barnes and Noble Education. Okay, just to name one. These things happen. It's like, I don't know why they want to blame me. Stocks go up and stocks go down. I am not a financial planner and I don't give financial advice. I'm just here to entertain everyone. I'm an entertainer. That's it. You all have to be accountable. I don't think these haters understand this. You have to be accountable for your own decisions. It has nothing to do with me. I really don't understand why people they want to blame me like it's my fault if a stock goes down, right? Like I control it. I don't control it. It's nothing to do with me. But I will say this, you know, how can I say this in a nice way? You always go back to Lou, right? Okay. God bless Lou. May he rest in peace. And I'm not saying nothing negative about Lou, but everyone goes back to Lou in regards to GTII, right? And they say, look at how that stock went from like under a buck to like over 10, right? 10x higher. It was like an amazing friggin' play. But then what happened was this. Lou said he was going to grow his beard down past his friggin' kneecaps until GTII went to over 100. So now this is the thing I don't understand. I'm trying to understand this. All of the haters continuously give Lou right on this. They give Lou right. They say, look, he called the winning play, GTII. And they forget about the fact that he said that GTII is going to over 100 bucks. They're forgetting about that. But yet with me, with the Apefather, they don't forget it. They don't forget it. So like here's an example. I called GameStop at around 16 and it went to 80. Now I said this might be the start of the MOAS again. I did say this. I was getting very excited. I said there's a possibility I think GameStop might go over 100. From that point, GameStop fell. Okay. But according to what's up there, why? Happy Memorial Day, brother. Happy Memorial Day weekend. God bless you and your family. So according to the haters, in terms of their opinions, I'm ultimately a winner. Because as an example, did I not call GameStop at 16? Did it not go to 80? Yes. So it's immaterial if GameStop went down because now that becomes the responsibility of you guys and you girls. That becomes the responsibility of you being adults and knowing when to take profits, right? And knowing when to get out. That has nothing to do with me anymore, right? I called GameStop at 16 and went to friggin' 80. I called DWAC at 14 and it went to 80. All I'm doing is calling winning plays. I mean, Barnes and Noble called it like what? Was it 20 cents and went to 80 cents? Come on. I mean, what else do you guys want from me? I just don't understand how they're blaming me, these people, if a stock goes down. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. It's one of those things. Just looking up something really quick. Sorry, guys. So anyway, getting back, it's really not my fault if a stock goes down. You got to stop blaming the ape folder. You got to stop it. Like even the case, you know what I mean? What's that other play? Hold on one second. Just want to look up because I know a lot of things went down. Give me 1 second. So even in the case of like DJT, you know, it went from 80 to 22, right? Is this my fault? No, because I called it at 14 and it went to 80. You understand? See, he understands. Look at RY here. These idiots don't need to blame anyone. They need to man up and take the loss. Look, you're 100% right. You have to be an adult and you have to be accountable for your own actions. But the thing is, they're hypocrites. Like, I'm trying to make you listen to me, brother. Remember Lou, may he rest in peace. Remember when he called GTII? He called it and it went from like under $1 to over 10. They praised Lou, all of them, ask Jack Clifford. They gave Lou credit. They said, you called a winning play. God bless you, Lou. You did great. Okay. I agreed. I did agree. But then Lou said, nah, 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 nah. This thing's going to have a two-tier squeeze. It's going over 100. I'm going to grow my beard down past my balls until this thing goes to 100. Now, obviously, we know that didn't happen with GTII. After that, it tanked. But now these haters don't want to criticize Lou. They don't want to do that. They want to say, no, 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 no. The only thing that matters, GTII did a 10x. That's all that matters. It went from under $1 to like over 10. That's what Lou called a winning play. They want to forget about the fact that it tanked to the bottom of the ocean after that. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to discuss that. So here's my question, Chad Clifford, right? Here's my question to all of you. Then why am I wrong? If I call DWAC at 14 and it goes to 80, mother effer, it's a winning call. If I call GameStop at 16 and it goes to 80, it's a winning call, right? So but then you guys want to say, oh, but GameStop tumbled. GameStop tumbled, Apefather. It went all the way down under 20 again. So that's my fault? That's my effing fault that happened? No, it's not. You understand what I'm saying to you? And Chad Clifford, to answer your question, I do know the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. You don't understand. Listen to me. I simply said, God bless all the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. But I also said, God bless everyone who serves our great country. In other words, I celebrate that all the time. God bless every man and woman, and I even believe Chad Clifford served our country. Weren't you? I think in the was it the Army? I forget. I know you were a Marine, right? You were a Marine. I apologize. But the thing is this: I just threw that in. What's so bad about that? What's so bad to say God bless our vets and God bless all active military? See, so now here's the point that I can prove to you. I know the difference. You want to hear the point? If I thought it was Veterans Day, listen to me, Chad Clifford. If I thought it was Veterans Day, then I would have said this. I would have said, God bless the vets, right? I wouldn't have said, God bless all active military, right? Think about this. How could you argue this point? Why would I say, God bless all active military? They're not vets. They're currently serving our country, right? So the point is, I just mentioned everyone in passing. I said, God bless all the brave men and women who made this ultimate sacrifice for our country. God bless them. We love them. We appreciate them from the bottom of our hearts. But then I also said, God bless our vets and God bless all active military. I don't see what's really wrong with that. What's up, Brent? How you doing, brother? Happy Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. I'm really not. Look, everyone keeps saying I'm laying down all the time. This is the thing. I don't film my family anymore. If you go back in my previous videos, like a long time ago, I used to film my wife. Chad Clifford knows this a lot. My wife actually even had her own YouTube like channel, Wigglicious. I used to film my children all the time. So the thing is that I try to make videos like away from my family. You follow me? Like, for instance, they're doing their thing. They're downstairs right now. I'm upstairs. I'm in my room. So it's kind of like my man cave. You understand? This is a place for me to do my videos. It's like my private space where I'm not interfering in their lives. I used to be, previously to this, I used to be on top of them all the time when I was doing videos. And my kids told me, Dad, this is not working out. You're embarrassing me. You know, I'd be like in a restaurant. Wow! I'd be in a restaurant doing that stuff. My kid's like, nah, just you got to stop. So that's why I do a lot of videos in my room because it's my private like man cave. You understand, Jim? So just to answer your question. So like I said, Shaq Clifford, I hope that answers your question. I just mentioned it in passing, but I know you're not going to accept that as an answer because you just love the fight. Been subbed for years now. Stay comfortable, I guess. And listen, can I tell you all something that you don't understand? And a lot of people don't get this. Being a YouTuber is an amazing thing, and I'll tell you the reason why. It doesn't matter where you are when you're making a video. Seriously, I make videos in the jacuzzi. Now that my pool is open and my hot tub, I have my hot tub open outside. I'm going to start making videos outside. I'm going to start making videos in my hot tub. I'm going to make videos in my pool. It doesn't matter where you make videos because you're working. You're ultimately working. I don't understand why this is so hard for people to understand. It doesn't make a difference if I'm in my bed lying down. It doesn't make a difference if I'm in my pool. It doesn't make a difference if I'm in my jacuzzi. It doesn't make a difference if I'm in my hot tub. I'm working. Look, like think about it. When you watch like the late night show, remember like in the old days with Jay Leno, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, like David Letterman. Do you care that these people are sitting behind a desk? Like that's their thing. They're sitting behind a desk and they're working. That's their job. When Billy Joel is behind the piano, nowadays he's sitting down. You know, he's old. He's behind the piano. He's sitting down. He's performing. What I just don't understand. Like, what's the difference if you're sitting down, lying down, sitting in a hot tub? You know, what's the difference? You're working. You see what I'm saying? Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you staying. I appreciate you. God bless you, brother. See, Chad, you don't understand. When I go out with the family, I don't film them anymore. I'm always out. You guys don't realize it. Like I was out today. I went to a great friggin' deli. It's called the Gourmet Deli. Okay. And I went out and I got a delicious roast beef sandwich. I took the kids out for food. Then we went to Ralph's Ices. I'm out. It's just that I don't film too much of this because I'm with the fam. I'm with the family. I know you don't understand this, but now I'm alone. You see what I'm trying to say? They're fed. They're happy. I come upstairs. They're downstairs. They're watching TV. They're doing their own thing. This is my man cave. Crazy funky Sahoda. Why haven't you made a comeback video? Did Dale make another video? Look, I will admit to you, I found the video funny. I think Dale, I really think that Dale is a funny guy. I really actually do. Unfortunately, you know, he's not really doing too well on YouTube. It's a shame. You know, he's not even monetized. I think he deserves to be monetized. If you're asking my opinion, I think he's a really funny person. And I think if he sticks with it and if he really works hard, I think he could actually become a successful YouTuber. Dale's a funny person. I think he's funny. I liked this video he made on me canceling the you know the barbecue in the pool party. It was funny. I liked it. What's up, Joe? How you doing, brother? I don't blame Lou for my losses. I never did. I told all of you. I told all of you I take full responsibility for my own actions. I never sued Lou. God bless him. May he rest in peace. I don't blame nobody. I'm a man. I make my own decisions. Sometimes I make good decisions. Sometimes I make bad decisions. No one's perfect. I do watch a lot of mafia movies, Chad Clifford, but I'm certainly not 14 years old. You're right. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So it's going to be a quick live. I'm not going to be here too long because it's the holidays and I'm going to spend a lot of time with the fam. But I just wanted to touch on a few things really quick. Again, with this, it's like you guys never stop. It's just they're all haters, these lunatics. They're all haters. Why? These guys don't stop. They don't stop. It's like they blame me. They blame me for everything. Virginity, I called it at 3:15. It went over 6. That's called a winning call. Funky Sahoda. You want to know something? I'm more right than I am wrong. Even AMC has been showing signs of life lately. Like even AMC, besides the fact it went over 11, like I know it shot back down now, but besides the fact it went over 11, analysts are saying that they feel AMC has a very, very strong possibility of going back over its all-time high. Now I understand what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, well, you gotta figure it's 10%, so if it goes to 72, it's really at 7.20, right? I get all of that. But you want to know what? If AMC went to that level, I'd be in very good shape with AMC again. I'd be in very good shape. And you don't know my business. You don't know if I'm lowering my cost average. I'm not telling nobody nothing. I've decided that I don't want to share my personal business anymore. I'm sorry. I just made that decision. Look, it has brought me nothing. It has brought me nothing but negativity sharing my personal business. And you know what it is? Ultimately, you're only going to get in trouble. Some people speculate Teddy Zay got in trouble. Some people speculate this. And listen, I don't know Teddy's business. I'm going to say it's alleged. I'm going to say it's alleged, but I find it to be very, very strange how Teddy Zane was doing live streams. He was doing his Discord. From what I hear, Teddy Zane, he canceled his Discord. I don't know. Again, I'll say it's alleged. I don't know if this is true, but a friend of mine who was in Teddy Zane's Discord said he canceled it. So there's no more Discord. He doesn't do any more videos. So I remember like some people have said to me, well, maybe he got in legal trouble. Maybe the SEC got down on him. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's like when you get too personal and you really start sharing too much information, you're going to get in trouble. Somehow you're going to get in trouble. It's just not worth it. So what I really want to do with my channel, I just want to be an entertainer. That's it. I'm not telling you to buy stocks. I'm not telling you to sell stocks. You got to make that decision for yourself. That's it. You got to decide for yourself. I'm just a guy I'm a cheerleader. Why can't anybody understand that I'm a cheerleader? If I like a play and I'm involved in that play, I become a cheerleader. That's it. That just because I'm a cheerleader, example, just because I'm a cheerleader for DJT, I'm not telling you to buy it. You don't have to buy it. If it's not for you, stay away from it. But that doesn't mean it's not for me, and that doesn't mean I'm not a cheerleader for it. I have not bought AMC popcorn yet from like supermarkets. I mean, I buy it when I go to AMC movie theaters, but I have not bought it in the supermarket yet. Nope. I'll try it one day. I don't see it in my local supermarket here. I got the Acme, and I looked a few times. I didn't even see it at ShopRite. So I don't know. Maybe it's not in those particular supermarkets. I haven't seen it there. Bronx Tale is the greatest movie in the world, Joe. I love that movie. That was really the life story on Chaz Palminteri. That was really his life story. Cologio. Nothing worse than wasted talent. You know what I mean? and in real life, that kid went through a lot of problems. It's crazy. I personally love that you cheerlead for plays that go down. Again, Chad, again, they went up before they went down. Why do you only talk about the negative part? You forget the positive parts. Like, in other words, the only thing you're focused is the negative. What about the positive? Let's go over it. And Chad, you're a big GameStop person, right? Aren't you a big GameStop person? Chad, you must have been happy like a motherfucker that went to 80. Chad, come on now. You must have been happy like a mother effer. If you didn't take your profits, that's your problem. It's not my problem. You know what I mean? You're gonna blame me. You're gonna blame me that you didn't take your profits. It's my fault. But again, Antonio, would you agree that GTII fell to the bottom of the ocean? Antonio, would you agree? I mean, are we gonna fight over this? Would you agree that GTII, after it went up 12x, it literally fell to Luca Brazzi. It fell to the bottom of the ocean. Good for you, Chad. But then, Chad, like, here's an example. I have people blaming me for GameStop. You want to hear what's so good? Like, perfect example is this guy, Antonio Miranda. I said when GameStop was shooting up, I was getting very excited. So I admit to you, I said the following. I said, there's a possibility I think this thing could go over 100. I think it's happening again. I was very psyched up. Okay? So now people are blaming me that GameStop shot all the way back down again and it went under 20. But according to Antonio Miranda's theory on GTII, same exact thing happened. The same precise thing happened. Lou called the play. God bless him, may he rest in peace. It went up 12x, but then it shot down. Lou said he was going to grow his beard past his balls. He said until GTII goes to over 100. He said it was going to have a two-tier squeeze, right? Okay, so according to your theories, then you should be just as mad at Lou because Lou said it was GTII was going to 100. That never happened. So once again, Chad Clifford made a good point. He said, I took my profits. So that's it. It's up to you. You have to be accountable for your own decisions. You can't blame me. Stop blaming me. It's not my fault that GameStop went down. Chad Clifford said he took profits, so God bless him. He did good, right? It would be the same thing for people who were involved in GTII. Hopefully they took profits, right? You got to just stop blaming people if something goes up and then it goes down. You can't blame people. And the funny thing, and the funny thing is that you don't give me credit for calling things that go up. It's like the only thing you want to focus on, right, is when it goes down. Literally all of my plays went up. Every single play I called. DWAC, Barnes and Noble, GameStop, even AMC shot up a lot. That other play, let's see what happens with it. I don't even want to talk about it right now because I just got involved with it. The other one. Good for you, brother. Antonio, again. Antonio, I don't understand why you can't understand something that's so simple. A 6-year-old could understand this. If I called DJT at 14 and it went to 80, well, first it was DWAC, right? Before it converted to DJT. DWAC went from 14. I called it at 14. It went to 80. Okay. Now people are saying, well, it went up to 50 again. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I called it right. Now it becomes your accountability. It becomes your accountability to do exactly what Chad Clifford said he did. Take profits. That's on you. That's not on me. That's on you. I mean, I don't understand why you don't understand that. So in other words, are we all going to hold these plays indefinitely, Antonio? Is that what's the game plan, Antonio? What's the game plan? We're just going to hold these plays indefinitely for all eternity? No. At some point, you got to take profits, right? But again, I'm not telling you what to do because you have to be the person who does your own due diligence, and you have to be the person who takes accountability and makes their own decisions. All right, right or wrong. Chad Clifford, yes, you did say to me to get involved in GameStop. That is correct. I admit that. Antonio, again with GTII. According to your theory, you should be just as bad at Lou as you are at me. Did GTII fall to the bottom of the ocean after it did a 12x? Lou said it was going over 100. So according to your theory, you should be pissed at Lou because that thing freaking went to the bottom of the ocean. Why aren't you acknowledging what I'm saying? GTII went to the bottom of the ocean. Right or wrong? But you see, what you're doing is you're only focusing on that it went up 12x. You're not focusing that after that it tumbled to the bottom of the ocean. You're that part you're leaving out. What's up, Mark? Just drop it in. What's good, brother? Thank you for everything. You're welcome, man. Just, enjoying time with the family. God bless all the brave men and women that made the ultimate sacrifice. Memorial Day. It's something you shouldn't really say Happy Memorial. It kind of gets me upset when people say Happy Memorial Day. It gets me upset. It's really sad. People lost their lives. I just say Memorial Day a lot. I really get upset to say Happy Memorial Day. I say Memorial Day because people lost their lives. God bless them for that. I was saying that again, Antonio. I was saying that GTII. I said this from the beginning was a winning play initially. This is what I said. I'm going to tell you exactly what I said on GTII. Initially, it was a tremendous winner. If you look back on all of my videos, I said this. I said initially, it was a tremendous, tremendous winner. The problem was that afterwards, it became a loser. And Lou was saying it was going to over 100. But you see, once again, if you didn't listen to Lou, and you shouldn't listen to Lou because Lou wasn't a financial planner, if you got out of that thing at the right time, you could have friggin' did a 12x. So it was a winning play. I'm not disputing that. It was a winning play. But then after that, it became a disaster. Same thing with all these plays. Same thing with the HKD, That was a monster. Then it fell to the bottom of the ocean. Remember, Dale was in what that MEGL. That's another thing. That was a monster. Then it went to the bottom of the ocean. So you know what it is. You have to be on the right side. You're either on the winning side or you're on the losing side. Even at one point with AMC, one point AMC went to 72 before the 1 for 10 reverse stock split. AMC went to 72, $73. There's actually people who made a lot of money on AMC. It's all about if you know when to get out. I learned a lot. AMC taught me a lot about life. AMC taught me a lot. I got a rude awakening being a part of AMC. Look, I'm not going to lie to all of you. I kept it very real and I kept it very straight. I bought AMC at a very high price. I put way too much money into it and I took a beating. I took a beating. Thank God I've been making a lot of good decisions after that. That's no one wants to credit me on all the good decisions I'm making after that. You just want to go right back in time with AMC. But I have news for everybody with AMC. I'm not done with Amy. I'm not done with AMC. Matter of fact, I'm becoming like the old Apefather again. I'm becoming very optimistic. I actually feel that AMC will go back to its all-time high. It's going to take a few years. It's going to take a few years, but I believe that AMC will eventually be like 70, $80 again. So, and it's, you don't know what I'm doing. You don't know if I'm lowering my cost average. I don't want to tell nobody my business. But let's just say if that happens, I'll be in very good shape. I'll be in very good shape. Pat P, I was very clear on the V for Victory project, and I guess you're just not listening. I don't know what it is. I try to make videos, I try to explain it to people, but no matter what I do, you guys just go right back to saying the same shit, which is I'm a flip flopper. What about the casino project? Okay, so we're gonna go over this again, Pat. Okay, nothing, not even any project. Forget the casino project for a second. Nothing is gonna happen until I first become a successful YouTuber. That's got to be step one. You understand? I got to become a successful YouTuber. Step two, it doesn't matter which project I do first. You don't understand because it's all going to be the Apefather brand. Why can't you understand that? It doesn't matter if it's the Apefather bar restaurant. It doesn't matter if it's the Apefather Safari Hotel. It doesn't matter if it's the Apefather Casino because don't you see you're building the Apefather brand. So it makes no difference. It makes no difference what business I open up first. It's all going to happen very soon. It's all going to happen very soon. But it makes no difference. Like, what's the difference? Let me ask you a question. What's the difference if I open up the Apefather bar restaurant in the Jersey Shore? You're still branding that. Don't you see what's happening? People will eventually get used to the name Apefather. And that's what the key is. The key is that for people just have to get used to the name. People go to a restaurant. Oh, yeah, Apefather. I had a great friggin' steak tonight at the Apefather bar, grill, whatever. Or it could be, I just stood at the Safari restaurant. I'm swinging on the tree in my friggin' suite. The tree with vines. I'm swinging on. I love this Apefather guy. I love this hotel. I love this motif. I love everything. So do you see what I'm trying to say, Pat? It doesn't matter if it's the bar restaurant. It doesn't matter if it's a hotel, and it doesn't matter if it's the casino. It's all about building the brand. What good decisions? Did you not see DWAC go from 14 to 80 on my call? I think everybody's like nuts. I really think that everybody's like friggin', did you not see GameStop go from 16 to friggin' 80? Are you on drugs? I mean, do you not see gold over $2,400 an ounce? And I started talking about it when it was under 1,500. What, Pat? Are you on crack? Like, what? Are you like Pookie? Like the movie New Jack City? He's like, what good decisions? Like, let's put it this way: everything I freaking called lately has been a tremendous winner. What are you talking about? Are you nuts? It's like, what good decisions? Pat, this is what I do with the stock market. None of you listen to me. 10% of my net worth, listen to me, Pat. 10% of my net worth is what's called risk. Risk. You understand? What is risk? Everything. Anything. Anything that I consider risky, I only will put 10% of my money involved in it. So here's an example: stocks, cryptocurrencies, gambling, Lotto, which is a form of gambling. I play lotto, I play by numbers. All of this, I do not spend more than 10% of my money. And yes, I even consider the top cryptocurrencies risk. I do. I consider Bitcoin tremendous risk. I consider Ethereum tremendous risk. I consider XRP tremendous risk. Okay. Dogecoin, whatever I'm saying it wrong, I don't know. Oh, Dogecoin, I consider that risky, but I want to be involved in all of it. You understand? I want to be involved in stocks. Look, I made a decision a long time ago. I'm like an extremist. When I first started in the stock market, I went in hot and heavy. I went in like, Tony Soprano, when he saw Junior, Junior said to him, listen, Tony, when you come back here, you come heavy. You come heavy. You know, they mean carry. Okay. I went into the stock market hot and heavy. I got my ass handed to me with AMC. Major mistake. If I could turn back time, I would never do that shit again. So that's why what I do now is 10%. Again, Antonio, I love this guy. I have no idea why this guy gives me super chats, but I love him. Thank you, Antonio. Apefather says he started making videos in 2021 and he called gold on the 50. We explained all of this already. I just went over all of this. Oh my God, this guy wants me to repeat this again. Antonio, here's an example. I was involved in AMC. Listen to me, Antonio. I was involved in AMC before I really was making YouTube videos. Remember I told you this? I said I owned AMC, I owned Tesla, I owned Eldorado before it converted to Caesars, I owned Avis. This was before I was making YouTube videos in 2021. So what happened was I started talking about the past. We went over this. Remember when Teddy Zay got very angry at me? Remember when Teddy Zay flipped out? He's like, you said that you made money on AMC, but you got involved in AMC in 2021. I said, no, I was involved in AMC in 2020. I owned AMC. So it's the same thing with gold. What you don't understand, Antonio, is I've owned gold when I was a kid. I've owned gold my whole life. So I started talking about meeting the past. You understand? Like, obviously, 2021 gold was not $1,500. I understand that, Antonio. You're not listening to me. Gold in 2020 during the coronavirus went under $1,500. So I made a video one time explaining that. I was explaining that I was involved in gold at that time. This is where you're mixing up what I'm saying. You're mixing up what I'm saying. I made videos about things I did in the past, which was gold. I've been doing that my whole life. Do you understand? Chad, listen. Antonio is one of my biggest, I hate to break this to you, Chad. Antonio was one of my biggest supporters in terms of super chats. Pat, ultimately, the stock market is not the way to become a billionaire. You want me to level with you? You will never become a billionaire. None of us are going to be a Warren Buffett. Trust me. None of us are going to be a Warren Buffett. Okay. So ultimately, do you want to know what I consider my life right now and what I consider all of your lives? Average. That's it. So Pat, try to follow me on this. You're average, Pat. You are an average person. So am I. Listen, I'm not trying to be a jerk off. I'm average too. What is the definition of average? Regular house, nothing crazy, $500,000-$600,000 house, $700,000 house, regular car, savings, whether it be gold, cash, bonds, stocks. Okay. You know what that makes you, Pat? That makes you an average person, an average American if you're from a great country. I don't want to be average, Pat. This is what you don't understand. I don't want to be average. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. It's not going to happen in stocks. That's it. So let's just put it on the table. If you're satisfied being average, I'm not, Pat. I'm not satisfied being average. If you're satisfied being average, then God bless you. Then you've reached the top of the food chain, Pat. You are a porterhouse steak, Pat. Because that's it. If all you want, like listen, Pat, what do you consider a success? I'm worth $3 million, Pat. I'm worth $3 million. Okay. Is that a success to you? It's not a success to me. Pat, I have hundreds of thousands in cash, hundreds of thousands in gold. I have tremendous money in bonds. I have a portfolio of stocks, cryptocurrencies. I have real estate. It doesn't mean anything. It's average shit. I'm an average nobody. I'm not see people think that when I say this, that I'm trying to brag. I'm flexing. I'm not flexing. I'm embarrassed of my life. I'm not flexing. I'll give you an example. You know that guy Grant Cardone? Who knows Grant Cardone? I am worth $3 million. My whole family. It's my whole family's net worth. It's not just me. I'm saying my household family net worth. Family. It's not a lie. It's not. It's not just me. It's my family. Okay. But anyway, so let me just say it on the record. It's my whole family. It's not me by myself. Okay. Does that make sense? Anyway, getting back. So I want to be a billionaire, Pat. A billionaire. You're not going to be a billionaire doing the things you're doing. It's never going to happen for you. So now maybe you don't want to be a billionaire. That's fine. Listen, I tell people all the time who come to my live stream that maybe my vision and maybe my way of thinking might be too big for them. And that's why I tell them if you're going to get upset, you're going to get angry, don't come to my live stream. But I'm looking for people who think the same way like me. I'm looking for people who want tremendous, huge projects they want to be a part of. Hotels, casinos, everything. Restaurants, bars, biggest gyms. The difference between me and Teddy Zane, though, Teddy leases. Teddy leases. I would never lease. I would never, ever lease. Teddy's gym is a lease. Teddy's restaurant was a lease. I could open up a restaurant tomorrow if I wanted to. I have more than enough money. I have more than enough money to open a restaurant tomorrow. You want to know why I won't do it? Because I would have to lease. I would have to lease. I am never going to lease again. I had a business, Sky's the Limit Tutoring in Staten Island. It was the biggest waste of money. It was a waste of money. I leased, you know how much money I wasted leasing? Not doing it no more. I remember this guy at Pizzeria Den in Brooklyn. I'll never forget this as long as I live. He says, Richie. He says, very kia, sit down. There's a pizzeria owner in Brooklyn, New York, 18th Avenue. This is where they shot the movie Out for Justice with Steven Seagal. Rich, he says, let me tell you something. You see this building? I said, yeah, it's the building. I own the building, he tells me. I never forget this. I own this building. You know what this means, Rich? I said, what? It means that no matter bad times for the restaurant, good times, it don't matter. I own the real estate. I'm set. It don't matter, Rich. Rich, it don't matter. Good time, bad time. When you lease, it matters. See, that's the thing. When you lease, bad times happen. You know, the coronavirus, Teddy almost went out of business, Teddy Zane. No one was going to his gym. And I saw this whole news article on him. He was like freaking out. He was like, I'm losing everything. It's because he's leasing. You can't lease. You can't lease. Again, I'm just telling you my opinion. I want to follow in the business model of McDonald's. So that's why I can't do it right now. The reason why I can't do it is because I want to do things that require me actually owning the land, not just, you know what I mean? That's why it might be a strip mall. There might be, like, for instance, my first project might be like a strip mall, where, in other words, the restaurant would only be one unit. It would be one unit, and then there'll be other, units that would be paying rent. Detective Pikachu. I thought this was a short live stream. I'm just trying to make up lost time. I didn't do a live stream in a while. I'm going to be ending it really soon. I don't know what the question is, Antonio. Give us an example of a person that became a billionaire. Me. I'm going to be that example. Me. Here's the example. I'm going to be that example. Antonio, don't you see what's happening? Listen to me. Don't you see what's happening? Every time I do a new video, I'm getting more subscribers. Every time I do a new live stream, I'm getting more subscribers. My channel is building. It's building, Antonio. And Antonio, I'm a multi-talented guy. You want to know what it is? You look at me as a guy who lies in bed. You don't see me do my music videos. You don't see me do my short covers. I did Bon Jovi Living on a Prayer, freaking phenomenal cover. You don't see me do my music videos. I compose instrumental victory music. So you have to understand, there's a lot of things going on my channel. It's not just a guy lying in bed. There's a guy performing music. there's a comedy element. There's a comedy element to my channel, Andrew Dice Clay style. So there's a lot the food videos. You know what I mean? Of me eating gigantic whoppers. So it's like I feel like I have multiple talents. But you see, Antonio, I'm getting cheated. I'm getting cheated. What's up, Back to the Future? Antonio, if you had any common sense, you would know that social media is not treating me fairly. Do you really think, come on, can we be honest? Do you really think I'm being treated fair? You really think I'm being treated fair? Something happened. Something happened. All you haters probably complained on YouTube to me, and you got me shadow banned. Again, I'll say it's alleged. I'll say it's alleged. Look back on my older videos. Look up. I was watching all my older videos. 30,000 views, 40,000 views, 50,000 views, 70,000 views. All my older videos. All my older videos. How did I go from 30, 40, 50,000 views to 4 views? I'm being shadow banned. There is something happening right now. I'm going to say it's alleged. There is something happening to me right now that is not fair. Now, most people would give up. Most people would say, F this, it's not worth my time. I'm a fighter. I'm Rocky Balboa. The way I feel, man versus machine. I'm going to beat this friggin' algorithm. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to become so big that YouTube will not be able to hold me down. So let them do it now. Listen, let them have their fun, YouTube. Have their fun. Keep me at 4 views. It's all bullshit. It's not real. It's not real. Okay? And they're not going to be able to do this too much longer. You know what it is? You know who's a big influence to me? Donald Trump. I'll give you an example. Most people would have quit if they were Donald Trump. With all the friggin' legal trouble that this guy was getting, forget it, civil lawsuits, friggin' criminal lawsuits, impeachment, indictments, most people would have just cashed it in. They're like, I'm out. It's not worth it. I want to go back to my old life where I was a billionaire. I don't want to be the president no more. I'm out. I'm done. But you see, he doesn't quit. Donald Trump. He's like Rocky Balboa. No matter how hard he gets hit, he just gets up and he keeps moving forward. Now it's like he's winning everything. This guy went from everybody was writing him off to like he's winning everything. He's winning all the lawsuits. He's winning all the cases. His popularity is through the roof. And he's probably, in my opinion, going to be the next president. He's going to be the 47th president. But you know what it is? It's the perseverance. It's the perseverance. It's the determination to not quit. So that's what's happening with me with YouTube. Okay. I went from getting 30,000 views a video, 40,000 views a video, 50,000 views a video, 60,000, 70,000. Now I'm getting 3 views, 4 views. It's not real. They're cheating me. They're cheating me. Okay. But you know what? I'll say it's alleged. I'll say it's alleged. But this is the thing. They can only cheat so far. They can only cheat so far. Eventually, when I have like more videos uploaded than this guy, Roy Van Depar, whatever his name is, eventually people are going to start talking about me. And they're going to say, this guy's freaking great. I love this Apefather. He's the best. And then when my brand builds, this is another thing. People are going to start to hear about me. YouTube will not be able to keep me down for too much longer. So let them do it now. You know it's not real. Who believes it's real? I have over 15,000 subs. You think it's real that I get 3 views a video? You really do? You really think that's real? It's not. There's something rotten in Denmark, but I'll say it's alleged. I'll say it's alleged. Antonio, I have a lot of videos that are 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 views. I have a lot. Okay, I have a lot. Trust me. Detective Pikachu, we just talked about all of this before. You have to be accountable, and people have to be accountable to know when to sell a stock. You understand? It's on you. It's not on me. Barnes & Noble stock went from, the education stock went from 20 cents to $1.35. That's it. So if people didn't take profits, that's on them, Detective Pikachu. If I call a play and it goes from 20 cents to $1.35, do you want to know what that's called? A winning call. It's called a winning call. But if people don't sell, that's on them. It's the same thing like Detective Pikachu's like, I lost money. I think he said on frigidity. I called Progidity at 3.15 and went to over $6. That's called a winning call. I made money on Progidity. Okay. So now if you didn't make money on it, you got to blame yourself. You can't blame me. Same thing with GameStop. I just had this conversation with Chad Clifford. I said GameStop went from 60 to 80. Chad Clifford said I sold. I took profits. God bless him. He made the right decision. But now Chad Clifford decided to not sell. And let's say it went all the way back down again. So Chad's going to blame me. It's my fault. It's the Apefather's fault that he didn't take profits. Because that's in essence what you're saying, Detective Pikachu. You're saying I called Barnes and Noble and went from 20 cents to $1.35. That's tremendous. Friggin' tremendous run. Tremendous effort run. And you're going to sit here and blame me that say people didn't get out of it? That's their fault. That's their fault, mother effer. That's not my fault. It's the same thing with AMC. Example, AMC went to 72, right? Then it shot down. What are you going to blame Apefather? You'll say it's his fault? No, it's your fault. It's your fault. It doesn't matter what I say. We just had the same conversation, Detective Pikachu on Lou. We just had the same exact conversation. I got a little eyelash in my eye here. We had the same conversation. Lou said that GTII was going to over 100. Who remembers that? He said, I'm going to grow my beard past my balls. He said it's going over 100. He said the same thing with Clove. Remember Clove? He said it was going to 500. Okay. At first, Clove was a winning play. At first, GTII was a winning play. But then Lou said, Clove's going to 500. Lou said, GTII is going over 100. But yet you all worship and love Lou. You say GTII was the most amazing play. But it wasn't the most amazing play. After it did a 12x, that thing shot down to the bottom of the ocean. Same thing is happening now with GameStop. GameStop went from 60 to 80, now it's shot down under 20. But they're gonna blame me? Are you gonna blame Morant's rants? Are you gonna blame Morant's rants? Lou was not different. Lou did the exact same thing. Ball breaker. If you're going to break my balls, then you have to break Lou's balls too. Lou did the identical thing with GTII. It went up 12x. That wasn't good enough for him. Lou said it's going over 100. It's going to be a two-tier squeeze, he said. It's going to go to 40, and then it's going to go to 100. He goes, and I'm growing my beard past my kneecaps, past my balls. He says, until GTII reaches 100. It never happened. So in other words, now you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do? Are you going to credit Lou on the 12x that it did, which it did? It was friggin' amazing. Or are you going to focus on that GTII friggin' tumbled? I tumble for you. I tumble for you. I tumble for you. I tumble for you. Which one are you going to focus on? It seems like Antonio Miranda is focusing on that GTII did a 12x. He's not focusing on that it went to the bottom of the ocean. So if that's the case, you have to say the same thing to Apefather. Apefather called DWAC at 14, it went to 80. That's it. Called GameStop at 16, it went to 80. Called Barnes & Noble 20 cents, it went to 80 cents. Actually, I'm sorry, it went to 80 cents? It went to $1.35. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Went to $1.35. Progidity, 315 to 615. Like literally every single play I ever friggin' called. Okay, Mullen, you can't listen. Mullen was given to me by Sam the Great. And even MMTLP. Guys, I had nothing in these plays. And I've even said it. When people ask me, like, how much money? I got nothing. Pennies on the dollar, I said. I had pennies. I was interested in Mullen because I liked the fact that they were fighting naked shorting. They were fighting that. And anybody who does that, it catches my interest. Just like I like what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is doing right now. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. bought GameStop. I don't know if you know this. He put like $24,000 in GameStop, and he claims that he's all for retail. He wants to stop the corruption of Wall Street. So I like that shit. I never called the stock. Again, we had this conversation, ball breaker. Lou never called the stock either. Lou never, you think Lou called GTII? Lou, there was another guy, this guy, Bill. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, right? There was this other guy, Bill. Bill was the person who called GTII. It was not Lou. It was not. UXIN was one of my biggest winners. What are you talking about? Before the split, Before the split, that thing went up to like it went from like I don't know what was it, 10 cents to 50 cents. You forget that major run that UXIN had? UXIN was a tremendous winner, Antonio. You're a sick mother effer. UXIN was one of my biggest plays. My views are very low because I'm being cheated, Chad. I'm not being treated fair. I am not. It's probably because of all of you. You should all be happy. You should all pat yourselves on the back. You should all pat yourselves on the back because you got me shadow banned. All your effort complaining, everything that you guys did, okay, you messed up my YouTube channel. But this is the thing. I'm too powerful. I'm too powerful, and in the end, I'm going to win. Because I'm like Donald Trump, baby. I don't give up. I get hit, I just get up. I'm like a tank. I'm an Italian tank. I don't stop. You'll see one day they'll eventually remove this shadow ban shit. Okay. Again, I'll say it's all alleged, subject to my opinion. But one day I'm gonna force them to treat me fairly. Ball breaker, you keep breaking my balls. I don't know why you come to my live stream for. Is it you probably because you just like to break my balls? That's you get a great form of entertainment breaking my chops. I like to since I went this far, I like to finish up this video at the hour mark. We're almost there. It's about 8 minutes away. Well, then congratulations, Detective Pikachu. You're probably responsible for why I get very low views. Okay, you're probably responsible why I get very low views because something is not right. Some you want to know everyone gets a lot of views, even that lunatic like Donahue George. I look at Donahue George's videos, and he's getting like 1,000, 2,000 views. This is the same guy who says Vlad from friggin' Robin Hood is his best friend now. He's best friends forever with Vlad. Okay, this guy's getting thousands of views. Okay, how could you explain something like that? How could you explain I get 3 or 4 views and he gets 2,000 views? There's something not right. There is something rotten in Denmark. It's the bottom line, but it's okay. Let YouTube do it. Let them do it. Let them treat me like shit because they don't realize they messed with the wrong person. They don't realize, see, they're doing this to a person that will upload millions and millions of videos. So eventually, I'm going to give YouTube no choice but to treat me fairly. All right. So right now, I don't feel I'm being treated fairly. That's it. I don't give a shit. I don't feel I'm being treated fairly. I'll say it's alleged, but it's my opinion. I don't. There's nothing to debate. You keep saying you want to debate me. There's not. I answered every question you ever asked me. You asked me a question and I answered it. This is a debate. This live stream is a debate. If you have a question, I answer the questions. Every question that you ever asked me, I answered it already. Look, guys, there's no difference between a person talking or a person typing. There's no difference. You want to know what the truth is? Is just that you guys give me like a headache. I don't want to hear you guys, friggin' screaming over me. It's too much of a headache for me. It really is. No offense. It's too much of a headache. All right. Type if you have a question, type it. Look, what's the difference if we're face to face? The only difference is you're going to be screaming over me, and it becomes like a screaming match. I don't want to have a screaming match. Ask a question like a normal person. Type the question. What's the question? Answered that. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Antonio's got a question. What is your question? Apefather has one video, 102,000 views, one video, 55,000 views. I have a lot more videos that are over 20,000 views, 100%. So that's not accurate. That is definitely not accurate. But this is the thing, Antonio. Antonio, okay, but let me ask you a question. Let's say that your figures are correct. Okay, listen to me. Calm down. Calm down. Let's say that your figures, okay, let's say that your figures are correct. But I'm going to agree with them. Hear me out. Let's say that your figures are correct. And I have one video that's over 100,000 views. I have a second video that's over 50,000 views. And I have 8 videos that are over 20,000 views. Let's say, right? You agree to that, correct? Okay. How did I go from that to 2 or 3 views a video? Okay. Answer that question. How did I go from having 8 videos that were over 20,000 views, one video that's over 50,000 views, and one video that's over 100,000 views? How did I go from that to a video now getting 2 or 3 views, under 10 views? Something is rotten in Denmark. Even with your analogy, something is not right. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. You don't have to be Albert Einstein. You don't have to be Sigmund Freud to figure it out. Thank God I'm financially secure, so I don't require YouTube to support me. You understand? I don't require YouTube to support me. Okay, so I could do this as long as I want, okay, until I break the friggin' chain of events. I gotta break the chain. It's man versus machine. It's man versus machine. I gotta break the algorithm. That's it. I'm secure enough that I don't require YouTube to support me, Ballbreaker. What's up, Tommy? I don't require YouTube to support me. Antonio, you're just a very hard-headed person. I'm asking you a very, very simple question, and you're not answering it. Okay. There's literally no one on YouTube. Now, okay, I'll tell you what. Okay, listen to me. Find someone on YouTube. This is what I want you to do. Find someone on YouTube that had 8 videos. Thank you, Tommy. I love you, brother. I love you, Tommy. Thank you. I love watching you, bro. All my free time to you. God bless you, Tommy. Thank you. Find another YouTuber. Listen, find another YouTuber that has videos that have 50,000 views, that has videos that have over 100,000 views, that videos that have over 20,000 views, and then the rest of his videos suddenly get like under 10 views. Can you find someone else? And then I'll tell you it's fair. Find another YouTuber like that. Okay. Find another YouTuber like that. And then I'll say it's fair to you. Okay. Other than I bet you'll never be able to find another YouTuber like that. It's never gonna happen. You know why? Because something happened dramatically to my channel, which I believe it's like Detective Pikachu said it. I believe a lot of you haters complained to YouTube. I love you, Back to the Future. Thank you. Thank you for your continued support. I love you, brother. I feel that you haters reported me a lot and got me shadow banned. I'll say it's alleged, but that's what I feel because it doesn't make any sense. Find another YouTuber. Find someone else then. Antonio, if what you're saying is true, then you could go out right now and find another YouTuber similar to my stats. I love you, Tommy. Tommy is the best in the whole world. God bless you, brother. Tommy says, I don't understand the hate. You guys are weirdos. I don't understand it either. I don't understand the hate either. Like this guy Antonio Miranda, I think what he's trying to say, this is the point that he's trying to make. He's trying to make it seem like that I'm just an extremely unpopular YouTuber. Nobody watches me. My channel is dead. And I'm completely and utterly finished. So I think that's like the point that Antonio is trying to make. But you see, I'm trying to give him another like way of thinking. I previously got videos that were over 20,000 views, right? I got a video over 100,000 views. I got a video over 50,000 views. Okay. So how did I go from that level to like nothing? Now you're going to say, well, that was the AMC frenzy, right? This is what the general excuses. You only got that views because it was the AMC frenzy. Bullshit. Bullshit. I started calling DJT at 14 and went to friggin' 80. Okay. What about the DJT frenzy? What about that one? Okay. What about all the Trump supporters? What about everybody who loves Trump? I see other YouTube channels and they're Trump supporters and they're doing great. You know what I mean? Look at that pencil neck mother effer, Dave Pacman. What makes that guy so great? That guy's a pencil neck. Why does he have 2 million subscribers? There's just a lot of unfair shit that's going on. But it's okay. It's okay because I will beat the system. Let them be hard on me. Let them be hard on me. It's fine. Eventually, I'm going to go over the top, Stallone style. There's nothing to like. I don't even know what you're reporting. Like this guy, Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu, I don't tell anybody to buy stocks. Okay. I don't tell anybody to sell stocks. I don't do it. I'm a cheerleader. This guy just doesn't understand. I'm a cheerleader. Okay. When I like a stock, I'm a cheerleader. I want it to go up, but that doesn't mean I'm a financial advisor. That doesn't mean I'm a financial planner. You know, guys, this is not complicated. This is not like friggin' algebra here. Guys, I'm a cheerleader. Stop taking things so seriously. If I say something like this, GameStop, I feel it's going over 100. It's causing sizzle. It's causing excitement. But just because I feel that GameStop has the potential to go over 100 doesn't mean that I'm telling you it's some subliminal secret message to hold. I'm not telling you to do that. So you guys got to stop the bullshit. You are accountable for your own decisions. Take responsibility, you mamalukes, you friggin' stoodads. Take responsibility. You are responsible for your own decisions. Stop blaming everything on me. I love you, Tommy. Lavoy 2024. One day, one day I might go into politics. Israel says I am subliminally telling people to hold. It's like, yeah, it's like telepathy. It's like I'm an alien. It's like my brain is my brain waves are going to your laylays. Hold, hold. Ooh. I'm not telling anybody to hold. That's it. I'm a effing cheerleader. That's it. No matter what I do. Ahoo! AMC to Pluto. I'm a cheerleader. GameStop, I'm a cheerleader. DJT, I'm a cheerleader. That's it. Okay, you have to make the decisions for yourself. Look, here's a you want to hear a real life example, Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna give you a real life example. I just asked Chad Clifford. I said, Chad, with this amazing run with GameStop, did you sell? Did you take profits? Do you know what he said? Yes. That's what he said. He said he sold and he took profits. So let me ask you, according to your theory, why would Chad Clifford do that? Because I said GameStop has the potential to go over 100. Right? Right or wrong? Okay. So according to your theory, Chad Clifford should have heard my subliminal message, my telepathy, alien shit. Ooh, and he should have held. Right? Okay. But he didn't hold. And do you want to know why he didn't hold? Because he's his own man. Because he is responsible for his own financial decisions. He has to take accountability for his own financial decisions. He's not blaming Apefather. He decided to take profits. Okay. So do you understand that? It's like, do you understand this simple logic that I am not telling you to hold? You have to decide what's best for you. No, I'm not accountable. I'm not pumping anything. It's called being a cheerleader. Have you ever go? Did you ever go to like a basketball game? All right, like an example. My daughter wants to go into cheerleading. Okay, she's gonna root for her team. Let's say when she goes to high school, right? She's gonna root for the high school basketball team. Now, just because she's saying, "Come on, win, win," let's go. That doesn't mean it's a guarantee that her high school basketball team is gonna win. She's rooting for them to win. Now, she might say, "Win, win, win." That doesn't mean jack shit. It's called being a cheerleader, you sick maniacs. um, Israel, I'm going to be honest with you. Don't get mad at me. I'm going to check it later today. I haven't checked my email in so long. Please don't get mad at me. My mother's in rehab. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff with my family with medical issues. And between that and the holidays, I'll check it. I'm going to check my email, brother. I'm sorry. If you want to resend it, you can resend it, but I'll check it. I love you, Tommy. You're the best, Tommy. God bless you. God bless you, Tommy. Tommy is like such a great man, such a great supporter. I appreciate it very much. So at the end of the day, Tommy understands that the Ape Father is an entertainer. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to make you hungry. That's it. I'm here to get you excited. I'm here to create excitement. And by the way, it's the same thing with my V for Victory project. I'm just here to create excitement. Yes, it's going to come true one day. It's going to come true. But until it comes true, I'm here to create excitement. Antonio Miranda. Guys, do not sell AMC. Hold. Do not fall for hedge funds tricks. Apefather. Um, March 21, 2021. Okay, ready? I have an answer for that one, Antonio. Thank you for the super chat. When you have a disclaimer, okay, you can say whatever you want. Yes, but you have to have a disclaimer. You have to have a disclaimer. So here's an example. I could say what you just said, but somewhere in the fine print or somewhere at the either by closer to the end of the video, I have to say everything I said in this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. Everything I said is for entertainment purposes only. Now, you want me to bring Lou back into this? Lou said he had secret connections, Antonio. How about this one? You want to go a step further? You want to go a step further? Okay. Lou said that he was on the phone with top traders telling him exactly, they had insider information, Lou said. They had insider information telling Lou exactly where the stock was going to go. You want to hear the best part? Lou didn't have a disclaimer. He was saying that shit. Lou made $250,000 on YouTube. Over 250,000. May he rest in peace. Made over 250,000 on YouTube telling people that he had insider information. And Antonio, why don't you have a problem with that? Why do you only have a problem with me? Did I ever say to you I had secret connections? Did I ever say to you that a bank, Lou said a bank offered him more money than he would make on the AMC Boaz, okay, to not give up retail, okay? Why don't you have a problem with that? It's very weird to me. No, but I'm just saying it's very weird to me. But you never complain about Lou. You don't complain about him at all. It's just you're fixated only with me. I'm a puppy dog. Lou is a pit bull. If you want to talk about shit, Lou is a pit bull compared to the shit he said. I didn't say nothing compared to Lou. Come on. Okay, but here's the thing, Antonio. Antonio, listen. There are times I said things like that. I wrote a song. I wrote a song called This Is the Time. And in that song, I say, you got to hold. I say, you got to buy. So you might interpret that as financial advice. But do you know what I say at the end of the video? Everything I just said is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice. I'm an entertainer. Have you ever gone, Antonio, to a movie before? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to a Quentin, like what's that guy's name? A Quentin Tarantino. Did you ever go to a Quentin Tarantino movie before? May you rest in peace. Okay, Lou. Did you ever go to a movie? I'm asking you a question. Did you ever go to a Quentin Tarantino movie? Yes or no? He's not answering me. Yes, okay. Do you feel that everything that happens in these movies are real? Did it ever occur to you that the violence and all that shit is just entertainment? It's not real. Like they're characters. It's a screenplay. It's called entertainment. Entertainment. Yes, Sundown, baby. SNDL, baby. Cannabis stocks. You actually lost money on one of Lou's plays. I think everyone lost money on Lou's plays. May he rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear that. Back to the Future, though. I am sorry to hear that, brother. Lou was not really one in terms of calling winning plays. Listen, you got to face the facts. None of them were winners. Okay, you could say GTII, I get it, but that thing eventually dropped to the bottom of the ocean. Again with the Harlem bet. There was never a bet. Okay, Antonio, in order to have a bet, you have to have two parties that agree, right? Would you agree? You have to have two parties that agree that it's a bet. Okay. No one agreed. No one agreed that if I would win that bet, that they would go to Harlem. Okay. I asked every single person, I asked Dynamic Synergistics. He said, I do not agree to this bet. Okay. So what you're not understanding, it was never a bet. In order for something to be a bet, you have to have two parties that first agree. If I make a bet with you, here's an example, Antonio. If I make a bet with you, Antonio, I'm going to eat 3 pizza pies. You can put any toppings on it except anchovies. I'm not eating no anchovies. You want to put meatballs, sausage, peppers. I have to eat 3 pizza pies within an hour. If I eat 3 pizza pies in an hour, you got to give me $10,000. Okay, we have to have both parties have to agree. Both you have to agree. Say I agree to that. I agree to that, and I have to agree. Okay. Here's the thing, Antonio. If you don't agree to that bet, it's not a bet. So if I would say to you, Antonio, if I eat 3 pizza pies in an hour, you agree to give me $10,000. You say, hey, Father, I do not agree. I don't want anything to do with this bet. I don't agree to it, right? That's what happened with the Harlem bet. No one agreed that if they lost, they had to go to Harlem. Everyone said, I don't agree. So in essence, it was never an actual bet. Once again, it's not lies, it's the truth. No one agreed to it. No one agreed to it. No one agreed to it, Antonio. No one agreed to it. No one agreed to it. I offered people contracts. I told Dynamic Synergistics to put together a contract. He refused. I went to every single hater. Every single hater. Look, you want me to give you another example? Okay. So you want to hear? Okay, there was a guy, Vera. He's a hater. Okay. Vera said, your piano playing is very average. This is what he told me. He goes, I've been only playing piano for like a year, he said. And he says, I could do anything on the piano you could do. So I gave him a bet. I said, Vera, $1,000. Hear me out, Antonio. $1,000. You have to play the song Autumn Leaves. It's a jazz standard song. You have to play the left-hand walking bass line. You have to comp the chords, and you have to solo and improvise when you're playing a walking bass line in your left hand. He agreed to the bet. He wrote me, just like you're saying, he commented, he wrote. He says, yes, I will do it, okay? He never did it. This guy, Vera, never, ever uploaded a video of him playing the song Autumn Leaves. So that means I win, right? Where's my $1,000? Where's my effing $1,000, Antonio? You know what he says now every time I ask Vera? Every time I ask Vera, you know what he says? He says that bet never existed. That's what he says to me. He goes, Apefather, you made it up. It's fictional. It never happened. You know why? Because I didn't have it in the fine print. You want to learn something in life, Antonio? It's not what we say. You got to get things in the fine print. I have picture evidence too. I have picture evidence that Vera accepted my bet. He never paid me the $1,000. How do you explain that? How do you explain that, Antonio? Vera agreed to the bet. He said, I will learn the song Autumn Leaves, left hand, comp chords. Where's my $1,000? Where's my $1,000? No, but you're not understanding the point. It's not that he's a liar. If something is not in contract, then it's all hearsay. It's all hearsay. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Well, then, if Vera is such a great piano player, he should have took the bet, Chad Clifford. Vera chickened out. He never took the bet. He never took the bet, Chad. Antonio, it's not that. This is just the world we live in. This is the world that we live in. You have to have things. It's not just me. It's not just me. It's anybody. You know how many times I had a handshake deal with people? Do you know how many times in my life I had a handshake agreement with people? All right, you want to hear a real life example to this? Listen to me, Antonio. Can you listen to me? If you watch the movie The Founder, you know that with Michael Keaton, just listen to me, Antonio. Antonio, listen to me. If you watch the movie The Founder, I want you to watch this. I want you to watch when Michael Keaton agreed to buy the McDonald's Corporation from the two McDonald's brothers. Okay? Here was the deal. Each McDonald brother got from Ray Kroc. They got $2.5 million each. Listen to me. Are you listening to me? They also wanted 1% equity, for forever, for life. They wanted 1%, In addition to the 2.5 million, they wanted 1% equity. You know what Ray Kroc did? He gave them a handshake agreement. Ray Kroc gave them a handshake agreement. He says, guys, I can't put this in the contract. He goes, I won't be able to get financing. This will kill the deal. The bank I'm dealing with does not want me to put that you guys are going to get a 1% equity position. He goes, I'm going to do it on a handshake basis. This is what Ray Kroc said. He goes, I'm going to do it on a handshake basis. You're going to get your royalties. Don't worry about it. And they trusted him. They shook his hand, right? Very stupid business decision what they did. My God, what a monster stupid business decision that they did. They never got the 1% equity. They never got it. No, but Antonio, this is what happens in the world. Do you understand? This is what happens in the world. That's why you got to get things in writing. I learned this. You want to hear another example? This friggin' surgeon, okay, in Sloan Kettering, when my wife was first diagnosed with cancer, he says to me, Richie, your wife has what's called DCIS. I'm like, what does that mean? It means that the cancer is trapped in the breast, in the ducts. All we have to do is remove your wife's breast. We have to remove her left breast. She will be cancer-free. After we do this, that's it. No problem, okay? My wife gets a mastectomy of her left breast. They took her left breast off. He comes back after the operation. He goes, I'm very sorry that the cancer spread. Apparently, after the operation, the cancer, it entered the chest wall. He goes, but I said, wait a minute, you told me that the cancer was trapped in her breast, and all you had to do was take off her breast. He said, I never said that. I said I was not. I said, oh, you said that. I told him, you said that my wife had cancer trapped in her breast. It was DCIS, and all you had to do was remove her breast, and then she would be cancer. He said, I never said that. And guess what? I couldn't sue him. Hearsay. You understand? You got to get things in writing, Antonio. Learn that in your life. Don't be an idiot and take people at their word. Okay? If you really want to do a real contract, you make sure you get it notarized and you make sure it's in writing. It's the world. Listen, this is the world. I hope that you have enough common sense in your. Hasn't anyone in your life given you, like him? There was this guy, he passed away, may he rest in peace. Okay? I go to a local restaurant here. I'm not going to say what it is. Okay? Because I respect this guy and he passed away. The guy comes to me one day. He was the brother of the owner of an Italian restaurant. The guy comes to me, Rich, I need to borrow $2,000, he tells me. So he tells me, can I borrow $2,000? That is a friend of mine. This is a buddy of mine. Obviously, I'm not going to have anything in writing, right? I said, sure. I said, here's two. I gave him. I took it out of my pocket. I gave him $2,000. I said, when are you going to be able to pay me this money back? He says, within a month, I pay you back. No problem. Within a month, okay? Month goes by. I call him up, right? How you doing? You have my $2,000? No, I need another month. You need another month? Okay, no problem. Second month goes by. He doesn't give me the money. 3 months goes by, no money. 4 months goes by, no money. 5 months goes by, no money. 6 months goes by, no money. Okay? The guy was never going to pay me back. I had to speak to his brother. I'm not going to get into it, but I told the brother, I said, look, I'm not trying to be an asshole here. But I lent your brother $2,000. He told me he was going to pay me, a month ago. He goes, Rich, right now times are tough for me. He said, I don't really have the cash. I'm like, well, can you make it up to me in food? So he gave me 4 cards, the gift cards. He gave me each card $500 on each card. He gave me the $2,000 in food. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that I took that guy at his word. He said to me, I'm going to pay you back in a month. He didn't do it. Okay? I didn't expose myself. And Antonio, you're living in like some kind of a dream state world. You're not living on Earth. You're living in like the Twilight Zone. Okay? On earth, things have to be in writing. You don't take anybody's word for nothing. You have to, like, that's it. It's got to be in writing. It's got to be in writing. Look at Chad Clifford. Remember, I said, go withdraw $20,000. I told him in cash. He said he was going to do it. Next day, he shows me a friggin' credit card receipt. He says he bought tires. He's like, I bought tires for $2,700. You remember this, Chad? He goes, I got a credit card receipt. I bought $2,700. I'm like, what does that have to do with you withdrawing 20,000 in cash? I told him, what does that have to do with it? Once again, there was no actual things in writing. Chad said he was going to withdraw the money, and then he didn't do it. Okay, just like that psychopath Dale. Dale said the same thing. Dale says to me, "You're broke." I'm broke. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Go withdraw 25,000." He says, "I'll do it." Dale makes a video showing $100 prompt money. He shows a video. He made $100 of prompt money. Okay, so again, I just want to reiterate: when things are not in writing, that it's all hearsay. Lou, you want to hear something, Lou? I offered Lou $5,000 in cash. I offered Lou. I said, Lou, I'll pay for your dinner. I will buy you $1,000 dinner. Let's meet. Let's meet. I just want to make sure that you have AMC shares. That's all I ask. I want to confirm that you actually have a portfolio. He never met me. Okay, he never met me. So what does that tell you? Things have to, but word of mouth means nothing. Things have to be in writing. Okay, that's all I have to say. Anyway, let me read what the regulator says. Richie is correct. Everything must be in writing. Otherwise, at one time, you will be screwed. You should never lend money to friends. You're right. But putting all of that aside, I actually told the story of a surgeon. Come in, honey. I don't know if you heard that, the regulator. My wife's first surgeon from Sloan. Tell them, Judd. He says to her, "Oh, all we have to do is take off your left breast." He said, "You have something called DCIS." Okay. He says, "That's it. After I do this, you'll be cancer free." Then when he took off the breast, he comes in, he goes, "Oh my God, the cancer, it spread. It went into the chest wall." But I said, "But wait a minute, that's not what you said." I said, "You told us that all we have to do, my wife, is get this operation, get the mastectomy, and that she's cancer free." You know what he said? I never said that. You must have spoke to someone else. I said, "I spoke to you, you piece of shit." All right. He goes, "No, no, no." He said, "I never said that." Once again, you have to get things in writing. See, now I learned in my life. It took me time. Now I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. When it comes to money, I don't trust nobody. Someone says something to me, it's got to be in writing. I purchase something, I everything. I want to know what. I go into a store. I buy a gold coin, right? I tell the guy I want it in writing. Tell me that this is actual gold. This guy looked at me one time like I was a lunatic. I walked in not too long ago. I bought a 1 ounce American Eagle, right? He goes, here it is, Rich. I go, great. Put it, I need in writing, I need your business, letterhead that you're selling me a 1 ounce gold American Eagle. And he's like, "But why?" He goes, "I've been in business for over 20 years. I said, "I don't care if you've been in business for over 200 years. I go, because I'm going to check this gold coin to make sure it's real gold. And if it's not, I want to have something in writing. I want to have something proving to me that you said it was gold." Because let me tell you something. If that guy sells you a fake gold coin, you understand? He could friggin' deny it. He could be like, I didn't say it was real gold. I said this was gold plated. You got to have everything in writing. Right, but the thing is, you're right, the regulator. But I could have did something. I could have recorded it. Like in other words, maybe he didn't. Let's say he didn't know I was recording. I could have put my phone in my pocket. You understand? I'm an idiot. I trusted him. I trusted him. I just learned in life you can't trust people. That's it. You cannot trust people. And I'm telling. Actually, this was a good live stream because it brought out a very very good point. Never trust anybody, especially when it comes to money. Especially when it comes to money. You want one last story and I'm done. My father, may rest in peace. My father used to be, besides he was a fire dispatcher, he worked in real estate sales, right? My uncle Joe, they hated each other. This is my mother's brother. My mother's whole family hated my father. Like they just despised him. But anyway, my Uncle Joe got into real estate, right? He calls up my father. He goes, Rich, it's Joe. How you doing, Joe? He goes, look, I'm new in the real estate game. He goes, do you have anybody, someone you can recommend, whatever it is? Because he was working in Jersey and my father was working in Brooklyn. But it just so happened that my father knew somebody who wanted to buy a house in Jersey. Okay. So he goes, yeah, I got somebody for you, Joe. He goes, really? Absolutely. He goes, Rich, I'm going to give you half the commission. We're going to work it out. Okay. So my father refers, the guy to him. The guy buys the house. They close on the sale. My Uncle Joe never gave my father the commission. So my father calls him up. He goes, Joe, he goes, didn't you say you were going to give me half the? I never said that. I appreciate the referral, but we're family. We're family. Joe, you told me you were going to give me half the commission. Once again, you need things in writing. I don't give a shit if it's family. I don't give a shit. Business is, remember, you have your expression, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just business. It's nothing personal. You need to get everything. I'm at a point now in my life that I don't trust nobody. Nobody. There are too many pieces of shit lowlifes in this world, and you cannot trust nobody. I don't give a shit if family. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit no more. You gotta get it in writing. Anyway, I'm done. I'll shut up. It's all experience. That's right. Life's experience. Anyway, I'm gonna run now. I've been doing this live almost an hour and a half. V for victory. Are you listening, Antonio? This is for Antonio Miranda. Everything I said on this live stream is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. Everything I said is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Thank you, the regulator. I appreciate that. V for victory. God bless. I love you, Back to the Future. I love you, Tommy. Tommy's touch. Tesla. Tesla is the man. Tesla has been calling a lot of plays right, man. I got to give you credit, brother. You've been calling a lot right. You've been doing well for yourself. God bless you. He's been doing very good for himself. It's the whole family's worth, Chad. It's not me. It's the whole family. I'm admitting the truth to you. It's not me. It's the whole family, okay? But I say that because it's like, in essence, I do control it because it's like my whole family's wealth. I love you, brother. Have a better night. I'm not really having a bad night. We were shooting the shit about like how you can't trust people. That's all. You got to get things in writing. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not having a bad night. I'm having a good night. Once again, not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice. But what am I? The greatest entertainer who's ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe. The one, the only eighth father in the house, baby. Wow! I'll be back later. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all of you. Have fun. God bless. And God bless all the men and women who served our great country. In some cases made the ultimate sacrifice so we could enjoy the freedom that we enjoy in this amazing country, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Thank you. God bless all of you. And even though it's not Veterans Day, okay, Jack Clifford, I still want to say God bless our vets and God bless all active military. God bless.